So in building a natural language model, I decided to test it out using a live stream service like the ones I'm talking about today. Why? Because we can see how we feel, and a natural language AI can choose the streaming service that best fits our mood. This is a custom written code. I didn't use TensorFlow or any library packages. Nah, bro. I know it sounds like blasphemy, but when I started this, I used it for R&D. I'm going to show the final product of what I built. The training data, unstructured YouTube transcripts. Yes, I said YouTube.
Live like a student. You know, if I could save $100,000, interest rates were a lot higher then, right?
The corpus is based on people talking about money and business, but actually it can be anything. It's built using deep learning Bayesian neural network. We have a link to Jeff Hinton's video below on Bayesian neural networks, and also have a video on naive Bayes as well in the video below. So how it's built? From the transcripts, I use something similar to Word2Vec to create word embeddings. These word embeddings, or sliding windows of text, are trained using the Bayesian neural network. After it's trained, it's able to make a connection between some initial statement and some possible outcome. There's more to it than that, but I'll leave it at that for now. This is gonna be interesting because I don't know what it's gonna give me back. And based on the model I created initially, so here's how this works. So the model is internal. So you give me some input, it goes through its understanding of what this is. It gives me an output closest to this list of possible outcomes I have here. So for example, if you had a test and the teacher said, hey, here's a question, here are your multiple choice answers from 1 to 8. So here's the possible answers of 1 to 8 of these different TV channels. Choose the closest one based on what the question I'm giving you. So automatically in your internal model of which you know, what would be the best one to choose from. That's basically what this is doing. So I am trying to figure that out with this. So let's go ahead and get started.
5 minutes later.
Because literally it's computing a hyperspace of all possible neural networks, or basically it's going through different perspectives and then trying to piece them all together to give one final perspective. Is going through a lot. It's so compute intensive. Let's see. Let's run this again. All right. So this time I said, okay, I want to live in a place where everyone can come together and be included. Kumbaya, I don't know. See here? This time it chose CNBC. That's interesting. As the live stream. So basically, as I say, I want to come to live together, everyone together. It says you want to choose CNBC. Now, before I move forward, let me explain this. This is based on my opinion. So the model is trained on like transcripts, right? Then I wrote synopsis about each one of those TV stations. So for example, if you were taking a test and a teacher said, read each one of these pieces, right? Which is the closest one do you think based upon the initial statement you given? And of course, you already have your internal model in your head. So you try to make the connection that way. And this is what it's doing. And it's interesting because based on the synopsis, now if I change the synopsis and ran again, it'd probably give me a different answer. If I said, hey, this is not, I changed it to a different meaning or different context, which is interesting. So there you have it. Just a little simple AI that can take some thoughts and be able to open up a live stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.